Hi everyone, and welcome back. In this last tutorial, I wanted to show you real briefly how to actually save this particular project that you're working on and the different parts of the Pro Tools file format that I actually need so I can give you a grade for your project. So once you finish your project, there's a couple of things I recommend that you do. First off, if you haven't gotten into the habit of saving on a constant basis, you need to make sure you do that. So hitting Command S all the time, which is a command that's found up here, Command S. Once you've saved your file, you should also save a copy of this or drag a copy of your particular Pro Tools session onto an additional hard drive. So I know that this particular song that I'm working on it's just in a folder called Vox. So if I open that, I can see here's my Pro Tools session file. In Music 2400, we talk more about the file architecture in Pro Tools. Basically, the Pro Tools file structure consists of nested application files as well as folders. So you can see here's the name of my Pro Tools session that I'm working in, and you'll see there are audio files folders, plugin settings, backup files, etc. Okay, this is my actual Pro Tools session file. So this is the one I'll double click on to actually open my Pro Tools session. However, as you know from our prior lessons, we're dragging and dropping audio files into our session. If that's the case, we not only need our Pro Tools session file, but we also need our audio files folder, etc. When you get ready to send me your file for me to grade, if you just send me this Pro Tools session file, it won't contain the audio files. So I won't be able to see which loops you have used. So what you need to do is right-click on this main session file and say compress. When you do that, that's the same thing as a zip file on a PC. And when you do that, it'll create a vox.zip file that then you can send to me. As you're working on your project, one of the last things you should probably do is make sure all of your files are located in one place. Pro Tools sometimes spreads its audio files across multiple hard drives or a variety of other places, and we need to make sure that all these audio files and all the data that you've been working on is located in one place. We can do that under the File menu by going here and saying Save Copy In. We'll get this dialog box, and we want to check audio files because, as you know, we've been dragging and dropping audio file loops or audio loops to create this piece of music for your project. So we'll select audio files and we will click OK. It's going to bring us to a new dialog box, and we can select where we want to save this. I'm just going to save this onto the desktop. So copy of Vox. I'll hit save, and you'll notice it saved all of those audio files real quick. Now I can actually go to my desktop and I will find, if I can find out where I put it right here, a folder called Copy of Vox that contains my Pro Tools session file as well as all the audio files that I've used for my project. So in review, as you finish your project, make sure you're saving regularly and that you also drag and drop a copy of this so you have a backup copy in a different location. For example, this is my Pro Tools file. I may want to option, click and drag and place it on my audio hard drive as well. So I can look here now and I can see I have copy of Vox on there. Okay, so always duplicate your material so you have two copies of it. And the last thing you need to do is, before you send me your assignment, send a copy of this project to me by going Save Copy In, select Audio Files, click OK, save the location where you want to save it, click Save. And then once you do that, you can come here, right-click on your Pro Tools session folder, and say Compress. And now you can upload this into Canvas via the assignment page or the project page that you're working on. There's a submit button there. Okay, that's it for this tutorial. The next segment we're going to talk about is music notation. So we'll start discussing Sibelius at that point. Thanks for watching.